Hey, this is Derek Demore and Chris Lansford with Futures Demore and Futures Networks Live. We're just recapping the opening bell trade and the future prediction of what's going to happen on this Friday, February 5th. Happy to be here. How are you, Chris?
Doing well, Derek. Thanks for asking. I missed the opening bell trade this morning, so I'm excited for you to take me through that.
Yeah, let's look at it real quick. Just a little recap from yesterday. Chris and I were saying that, hey, based on how the charts were looking, we were going to most likely test the old all-time high, which was 38.62. Right at the end of the day, we did. Then it pulled back and kind of retested what was a ceiling, now a floor. And then we launched all the way up to 38.86.25, I believe, is now the high on the MES and the ES. So any comments on that?
Nope, just always interesting when it gets up over the all-time high. I know people have been trading for a long time. Some people take that into consideration. Mm-hmm. Other folks, they turn their blinders on and they say, just trade the price action.
Yeah. That's not one of my favorite things is all-time highs, although now definitely looks to be a ceiling on the 4 hour. As you were commenting, we broke this channel. We've had 32 hours of straight up, maybe even 36 hours if you go back to the bottom.
It's interesting. It's interesting there, Derek. A couple of places I see you have a Fibonacci retracement tool there, and you can see a couple different levels of pullback are significant places. Just past that 61.8, you have that red line where all that price action just kept testing. But then it got with the support that it needed and pushed up to a whole new level. So will it come back to that zone? Might be. If it does, that would be a nice level to bounce back off of. Yeah, it's kind of the bottom of your channel too. By the time it would get down there, you would think.
Yeah. Hey, great call. So we could put a chart marker right here, end of day, and see what happens. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we put a little marker here to see if that happens to come back and touches that. That would be, later on. I don't know if it's going to get there. Later on at some point or really quick down if it has a quick move down, but we'll see about that. On the 60-minute.
The 1 hour seems to tell almost the same story. If you see, it looks like you have Bollinger Bands on, and we've been riding the 2 Sigma Bollinger Band for hours and hours. and then you can see where it started to really launch and get parabolic on the other side of the band was right when it launched that 61.8. Again.
Yep.
So right where that second Bollinger. Yeah. So that'd be a nice place. I see that's right between the 50 and the 89 EMA
89,
also.
50,
so,
yep. So right
what do
there,
you think?
Yeah, that's a good spot for a turnaround. If it comes all the way down, we obviously have this one spot at 55. That's going to take some time. If we got these stairs that if we get down there, that's a great spot for a turnaround. So then opening bell today, we went short. Here's what it looked like. All-time high, this lineup here. We were so close to it. Alex McCormick made a comment that Rob always says, hey, when you've got a clear stop and you've had a run and you've got good position, go in that direction, even though it's against the trend. And so I got in a little early at 86 even, and we'll see what happened.
Top of your ascending triangle?
Yep, top. Hey, good point. And it went down. It took a little while. It literally sniffed me on my first exit for 4.25 points. It came down to 8, and it was just hovering, and then finally got me. And then it went down and got my next exit down here. So I took 2 contracts and made 4.25 on one, and what's that? 575 on the other. But
way to hang in there. We're working on the trading psychology, the fear and greed videos. And podcasts, and also being able to wait that out while it's playing with your fill, bouncing around it, and being able to say, I'm going to stay in this trade. That's pretty good. How did you develop that discipline, Derek?
Many trades, and I'm not that great at it, so I'm still working on it myself. I like to get green on the board early on. That's really what it comes down to. So I split my contracts. I wanted to make sure I got some money. I brought my stop just above the old all-time high by a half point, and I was just letting it go. Now I did I got a little impatient here, but I think it was a good trade overall.
Yeah. It looks like you purposely took your green off the board right before the middle of the Bollinger Bands, right before the 89. Like you chose that spot to say, hey, I can reposition, or I have another contract that I'll let do the rest. That's smart.
Exactly all this junk in here. I didn't know if it was going to get past that right at 81.75. So that's exactly what I did. So, all right. So now we're going back to the 4 hour. Mr. Lansford, for the end of the day, what do you see?
That was good stuff on the opening bell. I think there's a couple different spots of the pullback. Since it's up here in this region, you would think that taking a few short trades would be good. You would be going against the trend pretty strong. So when you look at the relative strength index that you have down there, that's another good signal that short might have been a good time to go short right when it broke the channel. And I don't know. I think we're going to get a retracement, at least like you said, back to the all-time high, maybe down to the 61.8 of this last move up. And it's very unlikely on a Friday to see it just parabolically go to the ceiling. So I would look for a little pullback, and I wouldn't be afraid to trade it short to get there.
Nice. Awesome. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll do a follow-up video later. And obviously, anytime you trade, any instrument, whether it's stocks, options, futures, cryptocurrencies, it contains risk, right? You can lose all your money. So we're just here to try to help guide and gauge, good trades and be consistent with the psychology, the position, situational awareness, and good risk management. So,
all right. Check us out at futuresnetworks.live. Thanks, Derek.
All right. Hey, thanks, Chris.